What's up, guys? It's Green Zephyr. Today I'm going to be talking about the new Jurassic World Dominion trailer that just dropped. So this actually looks like is going to be my favorite movie of all time. The trailer was extremely epic. Like, I loved how everything was included in there. Let's dive right into the video. So first of all, let's talk about the cast. So returning from the Jurassic World movies, we have Owen, Claire, Maisie, Dr. Wu, Zia, Franklin, and Barry. So Barry's finally coming back from Jurassic World 1, so that's pretty cool. And returning from the Jurassic Park movies, we have Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, Ian Malcolm, and Lewis Dodgson, who, hopefully you guys know, was the guy that hired Dennis Nedry to steal the embryos in Jurassic Park 1. Dodgson is going to be played by a different actor in this movie because the original actor that played him is currently in jail. And then the new characters that are going to be included are Kayla, played by DeWanda Wise, and Charlotte Lockwood, played by Elva Trill. And there's also several more actors with roles not yet revealed. So some of the cool new things in the trailer that we saw. So there was what looked like a new sanctuary for dinosaurs. So Owen and the others could be trying to gather them up to get them into that sanctuary so they won't like freeze to death and die, and to get them away from people so they have somewhere to live instead of having to be killed. And then also, my favorite part, this is actually really epic, was them including baby Blue. So that is amazing. Like, that's just super adorable, and I think that's really awesome that Blue was able to have a baby through asexual reproduction, and baby Blue is the cutest thing ever. Like, that's just adorable. And so most likely Owen is going to be trying to train baby Blue as well, as take care of Blue. And also there are tons of new dinosaurs. So along with the originals, we have a whole bunch of new ones, and so let's start talking about those. So first we have the Parasaurolophus, which can be seen being herded by Owen and others on horses. So there are multiple scenes in the trailer where Owen is trying to herd the Parasaurolophus back together. There's 8 of them that can be seen in the trailer. Then next we have the Apatosaurus that was seen in a lumber yard, and it shows Maisie walking to school, most likely, since she has her backpack on. And these dinosaurs are just showing up everywhere. People, like in Battle at Big Rock, they were saying how they were getting close to the school. Just dinosaurs are making it everywhere in the U.S. and totally taking over. You just see them out in the wild all the time now, apparently. And so anyway, the problem is most of these dinosaurs weren't built to survive the cold. So like, they're all shown in the snow. And remember, dinosaurs never saw snow. And for instance, Dilophosaurus lived in what is now Antarctica, but back then there was no snow at all. And then we have the Mosasaurus, which is seen capsizing a fishing boat after eating one of the traps. And the Mosasaurus is by far the largest creature to ever live on Earth. The Jurassic World Mosasaurus has grown almost exponentially since the first movie. In the first movie, it was 119 feet long, and then by the end of Fallen Kingdom, the Mosasaurus was 244 feet long, so it more than doubled in size in 3 years. And that makes sense because it would have no predators and unlimited food in the open ocean. And now, they don't show Rex in the trailer other than the repeated clip from the prologue, but we can assume that she'll have a somewhat important role in the movie, possibly fighting the Giganotosaurus in the end, who knows. And then next we have a Therizinosaurus with feathers, and it seems to be hunting Claire, and she appears to be injured, and she's like crawling to the water to hide from it. And then there's the part where it roars at her from her underwater right below it. But that's interesting because they are herbivores, and they just use their claws for defense. And then next we have 2 new kinds of raptors. So of course Blue returns, but now we also have Atrociraptors and Pyroraptor. So the Atrociraptors are seen chasing Owen on his motorcycle and Claire on a rooftop. What's funny is that Owen and Kayla have a knife and taser to fight off the Pyroraptor, which is shown later. You can see the ice crack under its feet as it walks on it, which is pretty interesting. So they're like over a frozen lake or something. And then it chases Owen and Kayla. And then in the Atrociraptor scene, one of them climbs up above Owen and leaps down to try and catch him. And as Owen keeps riding, you can see the Carnotaurus and Allosaurus walking around a group of people. So who knows if anyone dies there. Then there's also a scene with Claire, Kayla, and Owen in a plane, and a Quetzalcoatlus lands on top and takes out both engines. And you can see immediately after, when they eject out of the plane, the pteranodons can be seen trying to eat them. So they're swooping in, trying to get them while they're in their seats with the parachutes. And I find it really awesome how they were able to incorporate every single dinosaur from the prologue into the movie in some way, with putting, like, for instance, the Quetzalcoatlus in there, Giganotosaurus, all of them. I think that's awesome how they were able to do that. However, they all didn't live at the same time period, because as people have pointed out, Giganotosaurus and T-Rex lived in totally different parts of the Cretaceous. They were millions of years apart. But for whatever reason, in the prologue, they had them together. And then a stampede and a Pseudoceratops can be seen running across the screen, and one of them flips a car over. And then we also have Dilophosaurus returning from Jurassic Park, which can be seen face to face with Claire, and it hisses and opens its frill up. And finally, there's a scene with everyone all together, and the Giganotosaurus walks in. So everybody's just standing there, iconically, all of them together in one group. And then Giganotosaurus walks up, and you can hear its footsteps, and that's going to be pretty epic to see in theaters. And then there's also a scene with the Giganotosaurus chomping down on the cage with Macy in it. So then it's, that scene, it's shown. You can see the size of it there. It's like gigantic. I would say at least 50 feet long. And certainly, you would not want to mess with a Giganotosaurus. This is going to be an epic movie. And that's pretty much it for the video. So thanks, guys, for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.